Before YG got shot by an unknown gunman in 2015, before YG dropped My Krazy Life, which was listed by Billboard as the best album of 2014, before YG was arrested for burglary in 2009, YG grew up in Compton, a self-proclaimed gangbanger. He would spend his time robbing and stealing. He got his hands on his first gun when he was only in his teens. His family tried to steer him in the right direction, moving him out of the hood, but he kept going back to Compton because it's the only life he understood. He also blew up online prior to finding mainstream success, and he was coined the King of The J3rk, an artist name he chose not to adopt. My name is Michael McCrudden, and welcome to Before They Were Famous, documenting the life of YG prior to fame, here for you on Before They Were Famous. And as I ask you guys in all my videos, be sure to let me know who's next. And by the way, this one was requested in excess, so I hope you like it. Keenon Daequan Ray Jackson was born on March 9th, 1990, but he's best known by his stage name YG or Young Gangsta, born in Compton, California. Throughout his childhood, he would move around the Los Angeles area. He was raised by both his mother and his father, and they would constantly remind him if he continued to misbehave, he would end up in prison or he'd end up getting shot. Keenan attended Paramount High School and Mayfair High School, but he never graduated. When his father got locked away when he was 15 years old, that's when he became reckless and he got involved in gun and gang culture. He initially would bring in his money through burglary, but around this time he also discovered his love for and talent in music. He and his crew developed a popular house party scene, performing alongside Ty Dolla $ign and later DJ Mustard. Well, they were the talk of the town. They would perform for packed crowds in backyards. These were no American Pie suburban house parties. These were in Compton, on gang territory, complete with fights and shootouts. But young Keenan, or YG, he knew how to light up a crowd, and once momentum started gathering and word was getting around, well, money started being made, and that's when his mother kicked in to start helping him out. From there, they began holding performances at venues like churches, and they would see as many as 300 to 400 people showing up. With more money coming in, more family members kicked in to help out, and YG put his money back into his music. He was also hustling, trying to get on the radio, and he was also out on the streets handing out CDs. YG was also active on MySpace, and his tracks Toot It and Boot It, She a Model, and Amy, along with others, had millions and millions of views. His music became massive around the high school crowds in LA, and he became known as the King of the J3rk, a title YG never took to. As things seemed to be taking off for YG in 2009, he got himself arrested during a residential burglary and was sent to prison for 6 months. While he was locked up behind bars, the cops, they kept bringing up other charges, other cases, and he could have been in there for as many as 4 years, but his mother, she managed to bail him out. Following that, he was signed to CTE World and later Def Jam Records and dropped several mixtapes. In 2014, he dropped his first full-length studio album, My Krazy Life, produced by DJ Mustard, with Drake, Rich Homie Quan, and Schoolboy Q as guests, as well as many others. The album received very positive reviews and ended up number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. On June 12, 2015, YG was shot in the hip while leaving a recording studio working on his next album, Still Crazy, out in California. The cops deemed him as uncooperative when they asked him about what happened, and then in follow-up interviews he refused to open his mouth talking about who did it. He said it was not gang related, but who's to say? And the rest of the story, well, you know the story. This is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael McCrudden. Thanks for checking out my personal channel. I'm doing all sorts of bios on here. I do a lot of rappers. I've also do a lot of internet celebrities. I've done some comedians. I've done some pop stars. I've done a bit of everything. So be sure to subscribe, check it out. Let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next.